Danny, Tameka here. We're still in quarantine, so you'll have to excuse the hair situation we've got going on, but we'll do some jiu-jitsu anyway, because
that's what we do.
That's what we do. We have no other hobbies, so we're gonna keep doing this. I think today Tameka's gonna show you the armbar from mount.
Yes.
Wonderful.
So mounted armbar today, and we're also going to be finishing on top. There's tons of different ways you can finish this, get into S-mount, but I'm just going to show you a few of the things that I like to do and a few details that I think are important to get this submission. So let's check it out. Alright, so we're going to be starting in mount. We might go over a couple things for how you get into mount, but we're just going to start here for now. What I want to do first is get to high mount. There's a few different ways you can do that, as always. What I like to do is kind of just cup the top of their head so they can't shrimp that way. And then I'm going to slide my left knee up high here. Then I'm going to go to S-mount, so I'm going to take my right leg and I'm going to kind of circle it on the mat here, being as close to the mat as I can be, up and under his other arm. So I want to make sure that I'm as low with this leg as I can be, so what I don't want is for him to underhook it here and pop out.
Although if that happens, you can go into the triangle.
Triangle,
which
yes.
We'll put somewhere.
Alright, so here, slide up, S-mount. And I'd like to point out, I'm very, very high up here, okay? And I'm also kind of pinching with my legs, not being lazy, and I'm also not sitting back. I'm sitting on top of him, like this.
All the weight feels like it's right here.
Very, very heavy. Once I get to here, a lot of times their arm is kind of behind me here. I can finish a little armbar here, like that, but a lot of times they just pass it themselves, or I do it. Once it's in front of me, I'm just gonna hook under it, like this. In no-gi, I just kind of put my hand on my chest. If I have a gi on, I might grab my lapel. Now to finish, I'm gonna take this hand, post it on the mat down by their hips. I'm going to turn and kind of face his feet. My leg is going to come over the head. I'm going to hip down and then kind of kick his face away to get the finish. So again, we're up, S-mount, pass this arm over. Now if I want to fall off, then I want to do some sort of grip on his legs. In no-gi, I might just hook, underhook either leg. I like this one. In gi, I'll probably grab the gi pants, but here I'm going to underhook the leg. Now before my butt hits the mat, I want to make sure my leg is over his head. Then I can fall and find the finish. Personally for me, anytime I go to mount, my intention is to already be in high mount. When I'm in side control, I find it really hard to both control the hips and the head at the same time.
You think that's because you're short?
Yeah. So if you see me in a very traditional side control here, I have a really hard time holding it because they can either get this elbow in or shrimp out and get this knee in. It really sucks. So if I'm in side control, I'm generally up here, controlling nice and high and holding them. If they try to shrimp away, I hold their head so they can't go anywhere. So when I go to mount, I'm going to wing this elbow up high as I can, knee slide over here, and then be in high mount right away, and go right to my S-mount.
Tameka's a little too modest to say, but she's actually quite good at these arm lock from mount situations. So she's got a bunch of details in there. If you want to hear more on this arm lock, bug her in the comments, because she will respond to peer pressure. So
yeah,
just throw that in there.
Yeah, but like you said, I mean, there are so many details. And the way that I do it and the way my body moves is going to be a lot different than somebody else. So you do have to kind of find ways to modify it that work for you so that you can get the finish.
All right.
So.
Thank you very much. This has been Tameka with the Armbar. This has been Kayfabe Jiu-Jitsu. Talk
Thank
to you
you.
guys soon.